Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Motor Master Monday, live here on NASCAR Heat 5. And folks, we have a treat for you here tonight. It's been a little while since we've brought you live coverage of the 2022 NASCAR Motormaster Series season. But we're back, and we're back in grand fashion, folks. The 5th annual NASCAR Brickyard 200, live from Indianapolis Motor Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5. You're riding along here with the pole sitter for the evening, and that is the 74 of Jordan Dorosek, looking strong early in the going. 5 wins for him so far here in 2022. Just behind him is Matt Smith, two-time NASCAR Platinum Cup Series champion in the 2 car, scored in second. And the 9 car just behind him, and that's Thomas Kohick, and he's coming off a strong run earlier tonight in Mid-Ohio, picking up his very first career NASCAR Motormaster Series win earlier tonight. Is the driver of that 9 car. We're working lap 6, and I'm Tyler McMurder alongside my in-race reporter Alex Tesdall, bringing you live flag-to-flag coverage of the 5th annual Brickyard 200. Thanks a bunch, Alex, for joining us. Alex, you're a Triple Crown winner here in NASCAR. You've never won the Brickyard 200, though. What do you think it's going to take to get that done here today?
Right now, the car's a bit tight, so it's going to take some adjustments, and I think track position's going to be key.
Well said. Couldn't agree more. Right now, the track position belongs to the 3-man band here. Jordan Dorosek, Matt Smith, Thomas Kohick. They've driven away from the rest of the field just a little bit, and then it's King G in the 90 car. There you see him. He's running in 4th. He's leading the 2nd group. I'm having a tough time figuring it out. Oh, it's the 98 car, and that is John Freeman, who's now making his 3rd career start in the NASCAR Motormaster Series. Just behind him, Aaron Garcia in the 1. And the defending NASCAR Motormaster Series champion, Jason Doro, scored in 7th with the 2021 Daytona 500 winner, Brett Baker, right behind him, scored in 8th. Josh Colm-Diaz, 9th, and Trenton Prince, the 2-time NASCAR World Champion on Turismo Sport, rounding out the top 10. There's Dustin Franklin, coming off a strong run earlier tonight at Mid-Ohio as well. But they're all chasing that 3-car, that lead group with the 3 cars up there. They're really working together using the draft here down these long straightaways at Indy. You can tell they're not battling each other, whereas the group you're watching, this is the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and it really hasn't settled down since the green flag has waved here. Now John Freeman takes over the 4th place position, and he's going to lead this 2nd group. And with the cars he has behind him, they might be able to work together, run along in the line there that they're in, and try to gain some ground on the lead 3. And now contact made there between Jason Doro and Aaron Garcia, the 08 and the 1 car, the purple and the blue cars. They're still wheeling it door to door. There might have even been a little bit of contact down the back straightaway between the 2. They're heading into turn 3 now, and I think it's going to be the 1 car slightly ahead. Good battles all over the racetrack. There is Trenton Prince, 2-time NASCAR World Champion. He's just behind Ray Hollywood in the 51 machine. There's Timmy Brown, folks, the winner of the inaugural NASCAR Brickyard 200. That was back in 2018 on NASCAR Heat 2. There you see him in the yellow number 8 Chevy Camaro. Comes into tonight with high hopes, has a strong car. And whoa, just behind him, Dustin Franklin in the 11 car. He got really out of shape and spun right in front of a couple of other cars. They had nowhere to go, and I'm shocked that we're still green. Tough time finding him. There you see him, and all sorts of damage to the right front of that number 11 Chevy Camaro, and that's a heartbreaker for him. Came in tonight with a strong chance of not only getting a strong finish, but perhaps winning this thing. Everyone really comes in with a good chance to win. The draft is strong and it's powerful here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and as long as you're in that lead group at the end, You've got a chance. Working stage one. Riding now with Josh Colombias, 2021 NASCAR Legend Series champion, driving the Cup cars. No playoff system in that series. Most points at the end of the season is your champion. And you can see he's riding the bumper there of Alex Tesdall, our in-race reporter, just in front of him. Black and yellow, number 8, Kenny Camaro, and they're working together, it appears, to try to catch the two cars in front of them. It's Trey Hollywood and Trenton Trent. A couple of these cars do seem to have damage. One of them is Trenton Princeton. There, that might explain it a little bit. Giving a solid push to the 51 car all the way down the front straightaway. Robinson Jr. has worked his way to 9th, and he's broken away from the group behind him, and he's trying to reel in the second group, and now they are 3 wide for the race lead. Matt Smith to the bottom. It was Thomas Kohick in the 9 car, the white car there in the middle, and it was Jordan Dorasek in the 74 to the outside. Not enough real estate for that. Well, I guess there technically is, and they're making it work. They're going to find a way here. Thomas Kohick leads this lap as they thunder into turn 1 with the 74 in second. Now Matt Smith scored in third. Positions have changed every single corner for the last 3 laps. Darren Garcia scored in fourth, but he's not close enough. He's not within striking distance to get a sniff of the draft with these top 3. But the speed he's showing without draft help, he's been able to drive away from the group behind him, and he's keeping toe with the 3 leaders that are drafting together. So keep your eye maybe on the blue number one car towards the end of this one. Not a long race. Flies by every year, 50 laps only. It's divided into 3 stages, and each stage it burns a couple of laps when the yellow flag waves to the end of a stage. So really these drivers don't have too long to position themselves close enough to the front for the final stage and be close enough to make a run for the win here. And you'll see, folks, after stage 1, stage 2 will be a little bit more hectic. You'll see that the level of urgency to get to the front, get track position, will greatly increase. To the bottom goes the 2 car of Matt Smith. Again, folks, the 2-time Cup champion trying to make it work, and we do apologize for the technical difficulties. These cars are sliding around a lot on our screens. And that's going to do it for stage 1. Jordan Dorasek, I believe, held on for the stage 1 victory with Matt Smith in second, but we're going to throw it down to Alex Tesdall to get official word and get the top 5 in stage 1.
JWoww, Flash 9, Black Cross, Flash, Mugga.
Alright, how about the defending champ? Doro scoring 5th place in stage 1. That's worth of stage point, folks. Top 5 get the stage points, and of course the stage winner gets that valuable playoff point, which really they come in handy, and they add up, and these drivers love having them once the postseason starts. Really helps them advance through the rounds a little easier. Alex, stage 2 is about to begin. We have 2 former winners in the field, the 2 of Matt Smith and the 8 of Timmy Brown. What do you think we can expect here in stage 2?
The intensity will probably pick up a bit, but probably won't see too much chaos until the end.
Green flag is back in the air. We'll see if Alex is right. These drivers might play it safe, try to stay in the draft, and get the track position the smart way for that final stage. And again, folks, stage 2 a little bit shorter than stage 1, so these drivers they have even less time before they have another stoppage. Jordan Dorset clears Matt Smith to take the lead, and he's single file on his own. Matt Smith on the outside line was able to use his draft and take second back from Aaron Garcia, and it's a hornet's nest behind him. Brett Baker in the 21, right there with John Freeman in the 98, KG in the 90, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61, and Prince in the 16. They're all right there. They were 2 and 3 wide through 3 and 4 that last time by, and it's crazy how quick they fan back out and spread back out to single file down the long straightaway. Naturally, the cars go to the outside on the straightaways to set themselves up for the next corner. So if your car is on the outside and you have a car underneath you, it's usually the car to the inside on the straightaway that gives up a position or two. Draft down these long straightaways. Top 4 trying to work together to break away from the field. You can tell they're not making any moves on each other, and they're plenty close enough to do so. Matt Smith giving a good push there to the 74 of Jordan Dorosek with Aaron Garcia and Thomas Kohek right there with him. It's John Freeman in the 98, scored in 5th. He's kind of on his own, but he's got King G in the 90, gaining a little bit of ground along with Brett Baker, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Jason Doro, and Trenton Prince. That's your top 10 here in Stage 2 for the 5th annual Brickyard 200 here on NASCAR Heat 5 for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. And we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. These drivers are hungry for these playoff points. You can see what it means to drivers like Jordan Dorosek, Matt Smith. They're up here at the front, giving it their all. They've got a shot to add to their playoff point total, win another stage. There's Rush Downing, former NASCAR Outlaw Series race winner on Wreckfest. Happy to see him enter another NASCAR Motormaster Series race. There's Emily, driving the number 15 car. She's just in front of Dustin Franklin. They appear to have lost the draft of the lead group, the main group, and honestly, they might dodge a bullet that way. Sometimes that's where the trouble lies. Dave Marks Jr. currently in a playoff spot for the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series on Tuesdays, and looking to improve where he is in the standings here for Motormaster Monday. He's driving a 68 Chevy Camaro and looking pretty strong, pretty sporty so far here at Indy. Errol Burden started with us back on NASCAR 15. He's been with us for a long time. One race is with us, and he's looking to punch his ticket into the playoffs again here for a 4th straight season in the Motormaster Series. Jimmy Brown just in front of Dave. Inaugural Brickyard 200 race winner. Doesn't have the speed he's hoping for right now, but he's still within striking distance. He's on the lead lap, and he knows he's going to have another caution here, which means he's going to have another chance to come down pit road and work on the car again. See if he can make something happen. Meanwhile, back up front, it is now a 5-car battle for the race lead, and it seems to be Jordan Dorosek who's got the lead well taken care of right now. He's actually somehow opened up a couple of car lengths of a gap over this gaggle of cars we're watching here. Matt Smith in the 2 works his way into 2nd, but the thing that I've noticed here is that John Freeman in the 98 has been able to drive his way up to this group, and now he's in the draft with them, and he's going to be able to hang with them. Brett Baker and Jeffrey Robinson Jr., they probably saw that, and now they're trying to do the same. They're not too far off in doing it as well. Don has put himself in a position to perhaps go up there and challenge for the stage win in that number 98 Ford Mustang. Gordon Dorsek, Matt Smith, Thomas Kohick, Aaron Garcia, John Freeman, your top 5. And we are coming closer and closer to the conclusion of Stage 2. We'll get an update on the remaining laps for this stage in just a couple of moments from our in-race reporter, Triple Crown race winner, Alex Esdahl. He's out there right now driving the yellow and black number 8 Chevy Camaro.
We got 5 to go in the stage.
Oh! Thank you a bunch. 5 laps to go in Stage 2, and problems again. This time it's for Dustin Franklin in the number 11 Chevy Camaro. He hit hard the inside wall, and I believe this is over on the back straightaway. It's a far back shot. There we go. Oh, now he's actually on pit road. It appears that Dustin Franklin is going to be done for the day here for the Brickyard 200, and that is a shame. 2 strong runs for him earlier tonight. It's been a triple header night for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, Texas and Mid-Ohio earlier, and yeah, Dustin really wanted to have 3 straight finishes that went his way here tonight, and the night on a strong note. He's on pit road, done. And it just goes to show how quickly these cars can get away from you and how difficult it is to catch it again once it does get away. And I believe we're coming around now to 3 laps to go in Stage 2. A heavy block there by Aaron Garcia in the 1 car. John Freeman was the forward right behind him looking for 4th place, and there was nearly contact between the 2. Aaron really pushed the boundaries a little bit there, and now they're going to have another shot at it. See, the draft is so strong, and these straightaways are so long. I think John's going to keep challenging them every time they enter one of these corners. And 2018 Brickyard 200 winner Timmy Brown is on pit road for service. I'm not sure if he had damage and this was necessary or what happened, but yeah, he's on pit road and this is not a scheduled stop, so hopefully nothing serious is wrong with the car and he can keep going. And while all of this craziness is going on, at the front, Jordan Dorsek in the 74 has things well taken care of. He's looking to make it 4 straight races, picking up a stage win. Here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, he's closing in on just that. 2 laps to go in Stage 2. And Thomas Kohick scored in 3rd. Matt Smith has scored, Thomas Kohick scored in 2nd, rather. Matt Smith scored in 3rd. And the battle for 4th continues between John Freeman and Aaron Garcia. We're going to keep our camera on your current race leader. Five wins for him this season. He came into tonight 3rd in the point standings. Made it all the way to the Final 4 last year in this series, and it was a wild, dramatic 4-wide finish for the championship. And folks, with the way this season has been shaping out and the way everything has been going, it very well might be the case again here this year. The white flag has been shown. 1 final lap in Stage 2. I got a co-commentator now, folks. Down the back straightaway for the final time in the stage. Jordan Dorsek has things well in hand. Thomas Kohick is not close enough to get a sniff of the draft and maybe make a charge on him. Neither is Matt Smith. And it looks like John Freeman and Aaron Garcia are going to settle in and take the final spots that reward and award giveaway. The stage points, top 5 get the stage points. Here they come. Jordan Dorsek in the 74 picks up another stage win here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. 3rd all-time. Excuse me, 3rd on the all-time most stage wins list here in the Motormaster Series is Jordan. All right, Alex, don't forget to pit, buddy, but definitely let us know. What do you think is going to happen here in the final stage? What's it going to take to park it in victory lane for the 5th annual?
But intensity, I feel like it's definitely going to pick up.
From what you've seen, who do you think the favorites are?
I'd say anyone in the top 5 currently.
Right? And you hit the nail right on the head earlier tonight. Track position's going to be key. I think that stage 1 and 2, if you've been able to work your way from the back to the front and you're sitting in 6th or 7th or 8th, you've got all the confidence in the world right now going into this final stage. Here we go. Oh boy. And I couldn't believe it at the beginning of the day that we've done 5 of these now, making more and more history every Motormaster Monday. The green flag is back in the air. Who's going to win? Who's going to stand in victory lane for the 5th time for a Brickyard 200 in NOSSCAR? Jordan Dorosek leads them into turn 2 now with Thomas Kohik, Matt Smith, John Freeman, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Aaron Garcia, Brett Baker, and more. All right behind them. Double file on all the way back. Cars dancing around a little bit, but it's mostly towards the back of the field, and it's mostly drivers that are just trying to get back in line after completing a pass. They're trying to stay in the draft as much as possible. And it appears the top maybe 9 cars have broken away from the rest of the field. There is a second group, but they're really going to war on each other. Oh, and around goes Thomas Kohik, the 74 of Jordan Dorosek. Yeah, there is a parking lot on the back straightaway here for the Brickyard 200, and that's definitely going to draw caution. Wow, and Alex, we might have seen this coming. We should have really got a crystal ball out for this one, because we knew the urgency was going to pick up. We knew these drivers were going to be pushing even harder to get to the front. It's the final stage time, and yeah, we saw the 74 of Jordan Dorosek. He hit the wall coming out of turn 1, slowed down a lot right in front of the whole field, and they had nowhere to go. Chain reaction. And that's the leader making that kind of a mistake, so that's costly. And you can see the severe damage to the front end of the 74 of Jordan Dorosek. The front end of Matt Smith had damage as well. So a lot of these drivers with super fast cars are starting at the tail of the field for this restart. The 9, the 74, the 2, and the 7, they're all at the back for this green flag restart. Here we go. And it's Rush Downing leading them to the green flag. Are you serious? Could it be?
Oh, can't make it. Oh,
no. Uh-oh. That didn't go good. And there's another one over here in turn 1. And it started with Rush Downing. And there's a caution again.
Oh, there's yellow.
Well, A for effort. He tried. He gambled. How many laps remaining now?
14 laps remaining, so it should be around 11 when we restart it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too. We're going to have 11 when we go back green. And we're looking at your car right now, Alex. It looks like you escaped that. No damage for you. How's the car feel?
It's a little bit tight to start a run, but it gets better towards the end. Just think we got speed if he can get some track position.
Easier said than done, and that's been what I've seen a lot from up here in the broadcast booth. From where I'm sitting, my perspective, it seems like it's next to impossible to get track position and then keep it without the guy behind you that you just passed get another run on you with the draft that you just used on him. It's a game of cat and mouse, like a teeter-totter out there, a high-speed chess match, and it's going to come down to when you make that final big move, but you got to be close enough to do it. The green flag back in the air. Brett Baker leading him into turn 1, along with Aaron Garcia just beside him. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. just beside him, actually, in the 61, but they're wrecking deep in the field again. 2018 winner Timmy Brown was on his roof there. I hope he's okay. And the caution is going to come out. Some of these drivers had no chance of avoiding this, like our in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. I just commented on how clean the car looked, and now there you are with some front-end damage along with the 2, the 74, the 28, you all got collected. What happened from your perspective?
68 came down into the apron, and chaos ensued. Don't think it was nothing intentional, but it happens.
Well, we're burning laps here for the 5th annual Brickyard 200. See, what this is doing is it's making it tougher for anybody that's about 6th, 7th on back to get close enough, get that track position, and make a run for the win. They're running out of laps to do it. It's Brett Baker and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. leading them to the line, and Brett Baker looking for his first win in 4 months in NASCAR. Jeffrey looking for his first career NASCAR Motormaster Series win in the black and blue number 61 Toyota on the outside. You've got Aaron Garcia looking low in the 1. Oh man. And the top 2 or 3 have settled down a little bit. They are single file, but it is still 2 by 2 all the way back from about 5th or 6th. And Brett's got it. And what a feel-good moment it is to see Brett Baker leading a race here, and especially being the Brickyard 200. To the inside goes Aaron Garcia with a big run. This is in turn 1. Now they come out and they're going towards turn 2. He's got the preferred groove, but the advantage in terms of draft is going to be to Brett. If he can stay to the outside, he can't. He tucks back in line behind the number 1 Camaro. Wow, the Ford Mustang, the 98, John Freeman, had a huge head of steam, and he's going to use it. Heading into turn 3, makes a power move to the bottom of Brett Baker, and he's looking for that position. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Trenton Prince, and Trey Hollywood, they have a front row seat for all of this. They're running 4th, 5th, and 6th. Brett tags the wall, and he's going to drop outside of the top 10, and that is a heartbreaker. Looking to add to his crown jewel wins list, former Platinum Cup Series Daytona 500 winner. And now the lead belongs to Aaron Garcia in the number 1 Chevy Camaro. I think only 7 laps remaining. And the running order has really shifted now, folks. 7 laps to go. Aaron Garcia, John Freeman, Trey Hollywood, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Trenton Prince. That's your top 5 with Harold Burden and King G, 6th and 7th, knocking on the door of the top 5. And they're bouncing off each other. Harold gets a big run to the inside. He's giving a push to Jeffrey, and look at them fan out on the straightaway like a snake effect using the draft. 6 laps to go.
5 to go.
5 to go, excuse me. That's why I'm glad you're here. Wow, and there is so much action going on from 4th on back here. Trey Hollywood in 3rd has been able to drive away from it a little bit, and this has left these 2 cars to battle for the win, and they're coming around to take 4 laps to go. And yeah, unless a caution comes out, I think that these 2 are going to be all alone out here at the front of the field to battle for it. Trey Hollywood does not have a dancing partner, and he's not able to draft his way up to these guys. He's running in 3rd on his own, and then they're 2 by 2 all the way back, battling for 4th, and they're wrecking. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. got put in the wall. Trenton Krentz went for a slide in the 16. The purple car of Jason Doro, the defending champion, he was in the grass. He came back up and hit somebody, and he spun again. They're still wrecking a little bit on the back straightaway. And we've got a yellow. Wow. And this changes everything. See, I think that Jason was really out of control there. He got spun, or he got caught up in the incident there, I guess, at first. He got put in the grass, came back up onto the track out of control. He bumped a car or two, and yeah, there was nowhere to go for a couple of those cars that were immediately behind that incident. And that's going to draw a caution. And Alex, this is about to get really exciting. It was already exciting, but now instead of a two-car battle for the win, everyone once again has a chance to win the 5th annual Brickyard 200.
I have a feeling we'll end up in overtime.
Oh boy.
I have.
Here we go. Aaron Garcia, Matt Smith, Trenton Krentz, Trey Hollywood, 2 laps to go. Who's going to do it? Who's going to win the Brickyard 200 on NASCAR Heat 5? A very clean turn 1. Aaron Garcia is going to take the lead in the blue number 1 Chevy Camaro. Matt Smith getting a good run on the outside, but now John Freeman in the 98, he turned to the bottom and makes the pass. He's going to take the 2nd place position and set his sights on the current race leader, and now he almost got to the bottom of him. He does. He's there. He takes the race lead, and they're coming around at a turn 4 to see the white flag. Final lap here for the Brickyard 200 win. Matt Smith is trying to get close enough to make this interesting. They're wrecking the 9 car there. And Thomas Kohick, we stay green for the time being. The next flag ends it. So Matt Smith really wants to see this thing stay green. Harold Burden is up in 3rd. Longtime driver in NASCAR. He started with us on NASCAR 15. Again. Can he do it?
It's over.
It's over. Aaron Garcia spun deep in the field and brought out a yellow, and it's going to end the race. It is official. John Freeman in the number 98 Ford Mustang wins the 5th annual NASCAR Brickyard 200. Wow. And don't forget photos of the results for me, Alex. What a race and what a finish. It ended early. I don't know if anybody was going to be close enough to make a run on the 98 before the end of this one, and we'll never know, folks. A yellow flag ends the race during a green-white checkered white flag lap, and it's all come to an end. The number 98 Ford Mustang of John Freeman is going to celebrate with his team in victory lane, and he's going to become the 5th different driver to win the NASCAR Brickyard 200. And we'll definitely get a word with him here in just a moment. What a race. And I don't believe anybody has ever won this event in the number 98 car, and he joins a very elite group of drivers who have won this event, folks. 2018 Brickyard 200 winner Timmy Brown, he was in tonight's race. And 2019, no one will ever forget Nathan Scott. He was strong all season long, picking up the Brickyard 200 win. Kevin Tattersall in 2020 emerged victorious in the 54 Toyota. And just last year, Matt Smith in the number 2 Chevy Camaro found victory lane here in the Brickyard 200. And now this year, folks, it's going to be John Freeman joining that elite list of names. And what a drive it was for that young man and for all of those drivers out there. Everybody put their heart and soul into this. When it was all said and done, we had a couple of wild restarts at the end, and it was the 98 Ford Mustang parking it in victory lane. We're going to hear from him, folks. Stick around. All right, let the party begin. Let the post-race interview begin here from Victory Lane at Indianapolis Motor Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5. The winner of the 5th annual NASCAR Brickyard 200 belongs to John Freeman. John, thanks a bunch for joining us after that wild race out there. It was a 20-car field. It was an action-packed race. A couple of yellows early, a couple of yellows late. Some wild restarts at the end really spiced things up. Tell us how it unfolded from behind the wheel of your '98 Ford Mustang, and tell us how you were able to park it in Victory Lane. We're honored to have you, and we're thrilled that you finally got that first win, and it really didn't take you long, as you just mentioned. And we knew going into this race all day long, a lot of the drivers were talking in the group chat. Everybody knew going into this that everyone was going to need to overcome so much to have a shot at winning here tonight. They were going to need to overcome track position. They were going to need to overcome the draft, wild moves on restarts. What do you think was the biggest challenge tonight? And what do you think it was that helped you the most towards winning?
What really helped me, to be honest, is my teammates, man. They kept me in it. Like I said, when I didn't have my adjustments in correct earlier, they just told me to hold on to her. Clash and really helped me get that draft to start of stage 2 hold of them because they had already put their adjustments in. The big key is just keeping the track position tie, staying in that lead pack draft, and being there at the end because here at Indy, especially on Heat, I mean, really in anything, the draft you get is massive going into these corners. If you could just be within reach, within a second, the last 2 laps of a race, you have a shot with everyone there in a group. So that was my goal. I'm very excited to get it done in Indy. This is my first Xfinity Indy win, and to do it in one of your premier events here is really exciting. And I appreciate JCR for bringing me on board when they did, and they're like family to me now. And like I said, congratulations to Clash on his run. Congratulations to JWoww on always being as great as he is. And much respect to Flash for racing with him. He was a a good battle throughout all the races between Texas and Ohio and here at Indy, and I'm just excited to be here, man. It was a very, very fun set of races we did tonight.
It's a crown jewel event, man. The 5th one we've done here for the Brickyard 200. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you. You have a great night, guys.
Thank you. Awesome. Great to hear from your Brickyard 200 race winner, and that is John Freeman, driver of the 98 Ford Mustang, the JCR camp there, one of their drivers. He's run some of the Winter Heat Series races and Summer Showdown races with me there, and he's a heck of a driver, and I knew that if we got him here that he would definitely do well. And third start, he's walking away a winner here. Alex, what are your takeaways from tonight's race? You had a strong car. It looked like it was just tough to get the track position here tonight.
Yeah, it was a track position fight, and starting in the back, just couldn't make the passes, and at the end got lucky enough to miss the wrecks and get a top 10, but yeah, had the speed but not the track position.
And do you agree with what he said was the biggest factor, the biggest obstacle to overcome here tonight was track position?
Yeah, definitely. It's all 3 tracks. It's pretty hard to make a path without making contact, and it came down to whoever was in the right place at the right time, and unfortunately, we had a lot of bad luck tonight.
Wild night, and honestly it's very tough to have all 22, 24 drivers in a race walk away happy. At least one person's not going to be very thrilled with where they finished. So it's good to know that everybody seems to be in a cheerful mood. Everybody's talking in the group chat and congratulating each other and talking about the races. It was another successful night here for Motormaster Monday. It was a triple header as well, so these drivers really logged a lot of laps tonight, and we're really glad that we were able to bring you live flag-to-flag coverage of the 5th annual NASCAR Brickyard 200. And once again, we'd like to say congratulations to John Freeman and the entire JCR team, and congratulations to all the drivers who came out to participate in this triple header here tonight. Logged a lot of laps, man. It takes a lot of endurance and it takes a lot of will and heart and skill to log that many laps and stay efficient and fast throughout the entire night of festivities. So kudos to them. Congratulations to John Freeman. And folks, I'm Tyler McMurder. He was Alex Tesdahl. And until next time, we say so long and stay fast.